Got him. Always fun. A little smallmouth bass. Look at that on Roosevelt Lake. Oh, you spit my bait back out at me, you little dude. Come on. Come on, I don't want that hook in my hand either. Oh, come on. Open your mouth. Oh, look at there. I just happened to drop down and look and seen that little guy by that tree right there. And I'm like, boy, wouldn't it be great to catch some smallmouth today? There's smallmouth in Roosevelt Lake. But, and I've seen some really nice ones in this lake over the years. Matter of fact, I caught one that was a little over 5.5 pounds when I was a kid here. And the state record was held here for a long time for the smallmouth. You don't see as many today as we used to see, it seems like, here at Roosevelt Lake, but they're still in here. And I've got the little bait that's gonna catch them right there. So we're gonna play a little bit because it's springtime, and in the spring, you know what happens. That water temperature now is 62 degrees. The fish are moving up into the shallows. I love it. I'm gonna try to find some smallmouth today. If we catch a largemouth, that's fine, but boy, I really would like to just see what we got for smallmouth up here in the shallows today and see what Roosevelt kind of has to offer a little bit and have some fun. And that's what we're gonna do, drop shotting. I got a twitch fish on, which is made by, both these baits are made by, this is the drop shot minnow. And in the pearl and chartreuse, I love this little bait. It's great early in the season. Smallmouth can't stand that chartreuse color, man. That or straight white, but that chartreuse, boy, they go after it. This bait normally, when you toss it out there, when you see a smallie or even if you're dragging it, smallies can't stand that and they love it. That's made by Arizona Custom Baits. Another bait that I'll be throwing a little bit of just to check it out is the old twitch fish made by Arizona Custom Baits. It's a soft plastic jerk bait, but this bait is not, I like to twitch it a little bit, quick twitches. And it just kind of looks like it's flickering on top of the water. And sometimes you can get that little tail there to flicker on top. It's got some ribs on it. So a lot of times you can even flicker it a couple times and let it fall by the bush and they'll come out and zap that thing too. And it's a lot of fun to throw. It's a light bait, so you got to throw it on light tackle, but boy, I'll tell you, it's a lot of fun to throw. And so let's go down the bank, see what Roosevelt's got to offer for smallmouth. I'm gonna try to zone in a little bit on smallmouth if we can today. It's hard to do to come out to a lake, especially a big public lake, and say, hey, this is what I'm gonna do today. Normally you let the fish tell you what they want, but I know they're up shallow, so all we need is a good pair of polarized sunglasses, and I'm gonna go down the bank and see if I can find some. And we'll see what they have to offer. Got him. Another little smallmouth. Come on, son. Oh, the thing with these little guys is they'll go right on the points of every, you know, they like to hang out in the rocks, the points, things like that. And they are a lot of fun, but these are the little buck bass that have moved up into the shallows and starting to make their little beds. But there we have it, another little smallmouth. And like I said, the smallmouth, they're a little bit different than them largemouth. They like to find this little pebbly rock that they really love to spawn on and move up on. And this is a little point that comes right out here. So you can almost be guaranteed when you start coming around a rock point anywhere you go, you know, in the clear water, if you can see, you'll see them sitting out there. And they will be there. The one thing I love about this kind of fishing is I get to actually use my glasses to see the fish now. And I keep myself in clear water this time of year, Main Lake type stuff. You can cast and wind this too, you know, drag it just like a regular drop shot if you want. There he is. Oh, he hit the front of the trolling motor. He bounced out and hit the front of the trolling motor. There's another little smallmouth. Come here. Come here, big guy. Yeah, look at this little guy. Look at this. Look at this. All right, come on. Man, where's your Where's your bigger friends at? Ah! You got to cover a lot of water, but every so often you can find, I've seen a lot of largemouth, not seeing a whole lot of smallies, but they're there. Every so often you'll run into a pocket of where you get to see the smallmouth, and you'll just be running a lot of bank and you'll find one here, find one there, and then all of a sudden you'll see a pocket of them. And we just haven't ran into that pocket yet. Got it. Little twitch fish bass. It's amazing. That little bait is awesome. There's a bunch of little bass in here. We came in this little cut just looking. There you go. Let you go, buddy. And I couldn't resist. I'm like, I'll throw that twitch fish out there, and it catches fish. And this bait's a lot of fun, and it's just quick twitches, and it falls. And there was a bunch of shad in here just a few seconds ago, and the bass were underneath them. I'm like, you know what? I'll try that twitch fish. Threw it out there and let it fall. Let the bait fall down through the shad and then twitch it. And boy, one came up and just smoked it. Got him. On that twitch fish, little guy. Came up and just, look at that. And there's a bigger one following him. Don't that figure? It always works that way. You catch the little one and the big ones follow him. Always works that way. You know, the wind started picking up a little bit, hard to see, and when the wind starts picking up, we're supposed to get 20, 30 mile an hour winds this week. But in saying that, that's why I picked up the little twitch fish here. I figured, well, I'll throw up here by these little brush piles and see if I can't catch some fish doing that. But we'll probably go find some calmer water here. Feels like that wind really wants to start picking up. You can find calm water on Roosevelt Lake if you look hard enough in some areas, you know, but doesn't always mean the fish are going to be there. But it's always good to have a reaction bait on the deck no matter what you're doing, because when you start seeing them bust shad, there's a lot of little pods of shad running around. Every once in a while we'll see a fish bust up and try to get one. And when that happens, you want to be ready. So have a soft jerk bait or even a little top water or something like that where you can get them. Hey folks, for my tip of the week, one thing really important. We haven't been able to do too much of this today because the wind started picking up. But let me tell you something. When you start drop shotting in the spring, this is the time of year you want a short leader. 8 inches is about the most you want to go. Go 6 to 8 inches, because when you throw this back up where the fish is laying, you don't need a whole lot of room to come down. Put this thing right in there and shake it. You can get it pretty close to the drop shot, and it works a lot better. So that's my tip of the week. You'll catch a lot more fish. Don't start going long until after the spring or the spawn, and then you can go with a little bit longer leader with your drop shot. But make that drop shot from the worm to the weight anywhere from 6 to 8 inches. You'll catch a lot more fish. Got him! Oh! Man, he came from a distance. There he is. Got him! Got him on that twitch fish! Get out of that bush! Get out of that bush! That's a little bit better fish, folks. That is so much fun. Listen, you get up in those shallows, and this wind is actually helping us. Everybody hates wind in the spring, and I'm one of them. Oh, come on. Gotcha. But when it starts blowing a little bit, they get less spooky, a little bit more aggressive. I got one of those colors left, that blue shiner type, but that's the that's the ticket there. I got white too. I bet white will work. But there we have it, little Roosevelt Lake bass. So, you know, I'm throwing this on a 20-pound test smack down line, and then I've got a little 10-pound leader, fluorocarbon leader that I'm using. I'm throwing it on a 2-aught little wide gap owner hook. You know, this particular bait actually has, you can see right here, Arizona Custom Baits made this where it has the little groove in it so you can put your hook in it, so you don't have to go through all that plastic. I'll bring it through, you can see I got it through. I'll do what they call skinning the plastic. And that, just put the tip into the plastic a little bit so you can throw up in there. But that's 3 bites coming through here. We just came in, wind blown. The wind's white capping out right now at the lake. So this is what we get to do, is come up in here and try to do a little soft jerkbait fishing or something that's fast to go through here. I'm throwing this on a medium action. This is actually one of my little swim bait rods that I designed for taipan. It's an awesome little rod, but it's a 710, so I get a nice long cast with this light stuff, and it really works great. Oh, got him. Got that one. He came right up and whacked that. Oh, come on, son. That little twitch fish is a lot of fun. Oh, get in here. Get in here. You're done. I know you're angry. You were hangry. Little guy. But you can go down the bank and definitely have a lot of fun with these little guys. You know, you might catch a big one coming through there. You know, a lot of times if the females start moving up and they don't like that around the nest or anything like that, you'd be twitching it, not even know it, and have one big one come up and whack it. This one's about done. It's all tore up. I'm gonna go to the white because I'm out. Let's see how the white does. Oh, there's one. There's one. Come on, son. Little twitch fish bass. That's the one on that white. I just put it on. You know, when they get aggressive and start getting up shallow and you start seeing the shad run, look at that, beautiful fish. They'll start moving up. You'll start catching a lot of them buck bass. You know, working this bait is key. There's really not a whole lot to it. You can see how I'm twitching the bait. See how I'm putting the slack in the line? Twitch, 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 and then slacking it, twitch, twitch, slacking it, twitch, twitch. You want to keep slacking your line. Oh, every time, see, one just came right out and ate it. It's just, but you want to keep slacking that line to make the bait kind of twitch back and forth. If you don't put slack in your line at every twitch, then it just basically pulls forward. So you want to make sure that you put a little slack in your line every time you twitch. So I'm going to throw it out there. I got a little slack in my line, let it fall just a little bit, let it die, let it die, twitch, twitch, let it die, twitch, 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 let it die. And it's going to do short little pops. And there's a lot of times you can let this thing die right by a tree, and they'll be right in that tree. And what they'll do is they'll look at it. If they don't hit it as soon as it hits, you let it fall just a little bit. And if they're just watching it, as soon as you give it a couple of twitches, they're right on it. So that's a real good tip right there, to be honest with you, with this type of bait, is I let it fall right by the tree just a second, and then I'll start twitching it. If anything's around that tree that's watching it and it starts running away from that tree, almost makes it look like the bait sees the fish coming after it or stalking it, and it's trying to run. And boy, when it starts to try to run, the bass go after it. Ooh. Oh! I just threw it up in there. Well, and there you have it. I lost my bait. Time for another one. But I think we solved I wonder if they like the white color. There you go. Get the new bait put on this thing. You know, you can go through and have a lot of fun with these soft jerk baits. Always remember to make sure you get yourself a couple of packs, you know, because you'll run through them. If you like moving down the bank and you don't care whether you see them and you just want to cover some water in the thicket of trees, you really can't beat something like a soft jerk bait or twitch bait in these trees, because whatever's in there a lot of times will come out and eat it. Hey folks, we're at DD26 right now, and Dave, tell us why you went to this mount right here, beautiful mount, instead of the transom saver that most people get when they first buy their boats, those long transom savers. Why use this?
Yeah, there's a couple of huge advantages to motor toters. Motor totes, first of all, allow you not to have to bend all the way down and get 2, 3, 4 feet under the boat in order to put it up. The second is when you're going down that road, you get a lot of vibration in the lower unit transom that's pushing back up into your engine. So that's not good either. Our goal with the motor tote is keep your boat and motor moving as one. Eliminate as much movement as we can, letting your tires and trailer absorb the shock. It's the best absorber you have on your boat. This little guy right here, built like no other, does that.
Awesome. Show us how you put it on there.
So a simple and easy install. You're just gonna slide it up. Most guys will go with the second hole, and you're gonna put it right in the trim ram pockets. That's it, easy as that. You're not gonna get any movement out of that, safe and secure.
Awesome. Well, folks, I'll tell you what, the sun's going down. We've had a fun day today. We didn't catch any big, giant fish like I did Saturday. I had 23 pounds. I was sight fishing though with Andrew, but we had a great time. You know, pick up a twitch fish. You'll have a lot of fun with it, made by Arizona Custom Baits. It didn't seem to matter whether we had the blue one on or the white one. We still caught fish on it. And of course, the drop shot minnow. Remember to keep that drop shot short. It'll help you catch a lot more fish, especially when they're up like that in the shallows, because a lot of them are in 6 inches of water. You're going down through, you're seeing them. So it's really, really cool to see. It's nice to see the lakes coming back, and as far as the fishing's picking up, because winter was a little bit rough. Hey, thanks for joining us on the water. We'll see you next week. I'm Johnny Johnson. Now, see, that's what I'm talking about, folks.